Hello everyone, this is Kim Kintosh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to introduce how to access the Mac virtual machine. And then last video, and then I introduced how to install with the disk doubler. So you have a two like a disk in your system. The one is for the Windows 10, and the other one for the Windows Mac OS Catalina. So like to purchase this data doubler, and then I was able to install the M.2 1 terabyte SSD. So when you like reboot the system, that just press the option key, and then you are able to choose either Windows 10 to start or like Mac OS Catalina to start. So you don't have to have two computers, both Mac and PC. So you just go back and forth whenever you reboot your system. For myself, and I have several workstations, so I don't necessarily to doing that way, just because of I don't have to install those programs, just because I'm using a Microsoft the remote desktop, and then VNC remote desktop to install those two programs. And then you actually go to settings, and then after you go to settings, there are the screen sharing in the system. So for example here, this is a Mac Mini on the back here, and then that one is actually remote access it there. So as you can just see it here, that this is not the system, actual system. Just look at this, and because it was hooked up with the VNC. If you go to this about this Mac, and then you will see Mac Mini late 2012, Mac OS Catalina, processor 2.5 GHz dual core Intel Core i5, memory is 16 GB, 1333 MHz DDR3, and then start up this Mac OS Catalina 500 SSD, graphics Intel HD, graphics 4000, 1536 megabyte. So basically those are virtual machine, and this is not the machine. So basically I'm remote access to the other computer to share the screen and then use that computer. So not only share the screen, but also you can hear the sounds, and using the microphones and the camera and everything that you can use it. So I want you to go to the App Store, and then go download the Microsoft Remote Desktop, also VNC, Virtual Network, so Remote Desktop VNC. So let me just tell you something of the Remote Desktop VNC. It's customized for the Mac to access. So when you want to access to the Mac, go to the System Preferences and type sharing. So when you go to file sharing, and then actually make sure that you click the screen sharing and file sharing, so that way that you are able to access that IP. So file sharing on, other users can access shared folders on this computer, add administrators or volumes at SMB 192.168 1.132. So in order to look at your IP, actually this is another virtual machine, the remote desktop. So this when I open it up like this, and then it pop up. So if you download the Angry IP scanner, and then you just scan your IP, start, and then you are able to see all the scanners already shared is my routers, and there is open access, and 16 is a MacBook Pro, 25, 26, 31, 32. 32 is my Mac Mini, and then the 44 is my Mac Pro. So you will see all the devices that you have it here from 100 to 254. So basically you find the IP access. So once you go to the 192.160.132, and then using the VNC, so using VNC, this is the VNC, and then actually you are able to go 192.168.1.132 to go in, and then you are able to see all the screens. So basically I'm using Mac Mini. So if you want to install the virtual desktop, basically you don't have to make a partition, you don't have to do the boot camp, and actually you are running a new operating system in your actual like a starting up. So I'm gonna introduce three different virtual machine. Parallel desktop for Mac is a 7 days free trials. So after 7 days and you are not able to use it without paying this, so 99.99 Canadian, and then the US I'm pretty sure that's $69 or $70, something like that. After 7 days, beneficial to have a parallel desktop is it's a very pretty much customized with a Mac OS. So if you want to use the previous Mac version, like I have a Carolina, Mojave, High Sierra, El Capitan, or like a Tigers and Snow Leopard and Maverick and or things like that, and then actually you can make a virtual partition and to install all this program. And parallel desktop is a most likely user friendly. So I also have a VMware. So VMware, the Fusion 12 is the newest version. So if you go to download, then you are able to use this one for 30 days. And then after 30 days, and actually you are gonna pay $99 to keep this program. So they will send you the activation key. But basically this VMware Fusion 12, if you change your time back to the 29 days that you install, and then you are able to use it, keep using other operating system. But for security reason, if you change your time, and then actually there are so much errors, and then if you are considered to buy the VMware, instead of doing that, just buy it. But also you have a Oracle VM VirtualBox. This is like a freeware. So the current version is a 6.1.14 platform packages, and then download the OS X host, and also download the Oracle VM VirtualBox extension pack. And after that, you are able to run the VirtualBox in your system. Keep in mind that when you go to system preference, and then go to the security and privacy, and then the system privacy, and then actually make sure that all the folders, after you click the lock and making changes, and then click all the file on folders and the full disk access. So make sure everything's disk access to just activate all those systems. So after that, you will see the VirtualBox from your system. So go to Launchpad and Virtual. I don't think I installed it here. I installed here. So go to Launchpad, VirtualBox. Oh, where's the VirtualBox? I'm pretty sure I installed this in my system. Oh, I don't think I installed the system in here, and I installed in the main screen. So basically the using the VirtualBox, and then you are able to access to the system. So download all that and install that, and that will help you out to change it. So let me do the screen sharing with this computer. Just do the post display because I have a dual monitors here. And then if you go to remote desktop VNC, just type VNC, and then I want you to download the remote desktop VNC. And also if you are the Microsoft remote desktop, actually I want you to download those two things. So after you download those two things, and then you will see this is a Microsoft Remote Desktop, and also VNC. So this is a VNC. So after you install those two programs, and then I want you to go to this website, VirtualBox. So those are Oracle VirtualBox 6.1.14, and then go to download the Windows X host, and also download 6.1.14 VirtualBox extension. There are all supported platforms, so you download all those virtual extension. After that, you go back to your Mac, and then actually go to the Apple, and then System Preference, and then go to Security and Privacy, and then make sure that all your sharing full disk access to have the VMwares and everything that you can get in it, and then file share with a virtual PC and everything. So after you clean it up, and there is a new version, and then you can actually download from the Windows Microsoft site. So download the 64 gigabyte ISO, or if you want to install Ubuntu, go to Ubuntu website and then download those ISO, and then after that, you from the setting, make sure that the controllers you are add on to additional the Ubuntu or ISO program. So for example, in the Windows 10, actually go to the storage, and there is a CD here, and then make sure that you add all those tools, and then from display you can set up video memory, and from system the base memory, the 4 megabyte to more than that. So like basically if you have a multiple RAM, that's a 24 gigabyte, so multiple RAM, actually you can just put in more because your system resources is still not using the many. So I have a 128 gigabyte RAM, and running with the two VirtualBox doesn't affect too much for me. So for example here, if I install the Windows 10, and then you already started, and then Windows 10 is running with the other screens. So basically Windows 10 is running like this, and then also the other Ubuntu, and then if you start the window Ubuntu's, and then basically another machine is running. So another machine is running. So this is Windows, and then this is Ubuntu. So with one system, so the ones in the back here, so this is exactly the system I can utilize in the multiple with the one computer. So basically so with a multiple system, you are able to utilize the multiple program with the one computer. So that's what I wanted to introduce. So for example, if you want to download the VirtualBox, you can go to download the VirtualBox, and also if you want to use the VMware official site, and then go to the download the VMware Fusion 12, and then after 30 days, then you can purchase the $99. But if you want to keep using it, and then actually you can change the time that you install date, and then it supports 30 days, but there will be many issues if you change your date and time, and then with the security things and website access, there are many issues with that. So if you like the VMware to keep it, and then actually you buy you purchase a $99 USD, and then actually you are retrieve your activation key. Parallel Desktop is another like a virtual machine. The Parallel Desktop 6 version for Mac, and then they said 7 days of free trial. Right after that, you can purchase $100 Canadian dollars. So after 7 days, actually you are able to use the Windows, and also that this is more user friendly to install other the version of the Mac OS, like OS El Capitan, or like Mojave, and things like that. So if you want to use the more frequently Mac OS, the older version of Mac OS instead of Windows 10, and then I recommend you to buy the Parallels instead of VMwares and Oracles. Oracle VM and VMware is a little bit complicated to set it up for Mac OS, so EFI. So I 100% recommend, if you want to use the older version of Mac OS as a virtual machine, just don't hesitate to buy the $100. Probably 79 American and $100 Canadians. So on top of that, and I want to introduce the other things. I want to this place, and let me just close this one. And then also I have a Windows here, and then I have a virtual PC. I just close everything here. Since I introduced everything to you guys. And then there is a Microsoft Remote Desktop. So this is my Microsoft Windows Desktop. So basically from Mac to Windows 10, this is a different computer that I can access it. So está subiendo la escalera.
Él está bajando las escaleras.
So if you want to use like this virtual PC with a Microsoft Remote Desktop, there is a way to doing it. So yeah, I can go back and forth with all the multiple machines. So today I introduce, just have a brief summary, and then today I introduce how to use your Mac virtual machine, not only using your parallel desktop and VMware and Oracle. So those three things you are able to go back and forth, or different computer virtual machine. You don't need a second hard disk drive. So this way that you don't have to reboot your system to change to from the Mac OS to Windows 10, or vice versa. Thank you very much to watch my video. If you have any questions, just feel free to contact me, and then I will let you know how to do it. Okay, thank you.